Good evening, folks. How are we doing? It's been a while. It's been a long while. Whew. Michael, evening, mate. Mobile upload, how's it going? Inglorious, how we doing? Lonely Fisherman, how we doing? Cheers, guys. Cheers. Let's just lift it up a bit. Oh. Right, so baits are out. Let's see how we get on tonight then. I'll come a little bit further west tonight. Eastbourne is blowing easterly, so we have come west in the search for some fish. I had a good run of mackerel and scad, which is pretty good. Got some fresh bait, which I'm going to be using tonight. I'm looking to go sole potentially, and anything else that fancies to take a bit of whatever we put out there. I'm starting off with mackerel. Obviously because we've got the fresh bait, fresh is best. Mackerel on the red side, on a trident pulley rig, on the right side to hook flapper, lug tip with mackerel. That's the plan for the minute. At the moment I'm just rebaiting my rigs that I bought in. So it has been quite a while since we've done the last live, so I do apologise. Things have been really busy recently. Really super busy, work's been busy, everything just seems to have been busy. But we will get back into it. I hope everyone's doing well. Huge thanks to everyone who's followed the channel and who's recently subscribed to the channel. The channel's grown pretty quickly, actually, to be fair, over the last couple of months. So huge welcome if you're new, and thanks for the support. So bait number one then, you guys can see, which is there, pedal mackerel. That's the first bait. Second bait is just going to be, I've got some really old lugworm I just need to get rid of. You know when you do that thing where you empty the freezer and you just end up with a ton of bait? I've just bought all the rubbish bait from my freezer, just hopefully empty and get rid of tonight, and then we can replenish it with some nice new bait, hopefully. So yeah, so tonight's session we're going to do a long one tonight, hopefully stay till sunrise, so we're a good stint in. Just really give it a good shot. I usually say we'll stay till sunrise, but I usually get tired and we usually cop out. I'm going to try and stay as late as I can and fish this session. I am recording this session as well as an episode, so if you guys want to watch the full episode, that'll be out at some point during the week. To get the midgies on the beach, and they are a right pain in the backside, especially if you've got your head torch on. And the stones are much finer. So second rig, look at these stones on this rig, man. Second rig we're just going for, there you guys can see it on there, it's absolutely stoned to heck. There you can see that, I'll hold up that. So you got the mackerel tip at the top, and then just the lugworm underneath. 17 in, 9 thumbs up. Cheers guys, I hope you're having a good evening, whatever you're doing. If you can hit that thumbs up button, that'll be great. And that will really help us out. Cheers. What's the weed like down that way? Is it bad in Chelsea? I'm not as far as Chelsea, but it's not bad at the minute. I've just started reeling in the stringy bits. We're just pretty much nearing to the top of the tide now, so if it turns and it starts getting really weedy, then I'll pack up and I'll head back a bit towards Brighton way. But at the moment, just past Shoreham, and it doesn't. It's pretty okay. It's fishable. It's definitely fishable. Like I say, I was going to go down Bracklesham Bay tonight, but after a long day at work, it was a bit of a drive. But that is on the back burner, and plus I couldn't get any ragworm. Big time fishing, cheers. Mind the woman in the blue beach hut at Chelsea. She sat under my rods on purpose. What a beep. Scott, how we doing, mate? Yeah, good to see you. Lloydies, how we doing? Robbie, hello, mate. A lot of new people, so hello if you're new. A lot of new names. Ebbs, cheers, mate. Yeah, there's absolutely tons of midgies, man. Tons and tons of midgies. Cool. Cheers guys, 18 in, 16 thumbs up. Awesome, thank you so much. Like I said, it's been a long time. It's been a really long time. But I definitely will get some more lives out for you guys. I know some of you guys have been pestering me over social media to get more lives out. But life is really busy at the minute, guys. So busy. Like I said, then life has been pretty busy, guys. I mean, I won't lie to you. It's been pretty manic. And I did promise I'd do more lives, so here we are tonight. Here we are. We're on a late night live. So how's the fishing going around your area, guys? Robbie, I'm not greedy, mate. Anything will do. I'm going for sole tonight, mate, to be fair. This month on my Facebook group, UK and Ireland Sea Anglers, if you're not on there, go up there and give it a like. The target species this month is sole. I haven't really put any time in it so far, just because I have been so busy. But I really need to pull my finger out and try and go for a sole now. So that's what we got. We got on the right hand side rod, which is a Leader Icon M Sport Elite Power. I am looking for a second one of them, so if anyone knows anyone that's got a second one, let me know. Or if anyone's got the Ultra version, the slightly heavier version, the rough ground one, let me know as well, because I am on the prowl for one. They're absolutely awesome rods. On the left hand side is my favourite rod at the minute, which is the Achios Air Power. Both rods have got braid straight through, just so I'm being lazy. I can't bother with a shot leader at the minute, which is pretty bad. Obviously, if I was fishing a crowded beach, then I'll whack shot leader on, but I'm fishing pretty solitude area at the moment, solitary area. There's no one around. I'm on my own, and I feel comfortable using braid. Obviously, if you're using braid, don't forget to put a finger stall on, because you can get a nasty couple of cuts without using the finger stall. I won't lie to you guys, it's been pretty quiet this evening so far. I've been at it for about an hour. Oh, we had a nice run of mackerel earlier, which I bagged a couple, and there was a couple of scad as well. Obviously, that went back. I'm not really a fan of scad. The mackerel on the left-hand side is pennelled. I've dropped it in close, to be honest with you, just looking for a bass. I did make a bit of a boo-boo tonight. I usually, on my sole rigs, I usually put a bit of split shot on the hook snood, just to keep the hook snood flat to the seabed. I forgot my split shot when I was in a rush today, so we're just fishing it loose. So who knows what will happen. couple of weird bites here and there on the small rigs. I'll say nothing's committed yet, but we remain ever so hopeful. Tom, how we doing, mate? You alright, buddy? Dyslexic Angler, how we doing, mate? Last beach session was smooth hound, but been carping fishing lately. Too many holiday makers. Mate, it is absolutely crazy at the minute. I tried to go mackerel fishing yesterday, Eastbourne, and it's absolutely rammed. Absolutely rammed. Although it's blowing an easterly at the minute as well, which is not great. Matt, how we doing, mate? You alright? A finger stall is just basically something that you put on your finger to protect yourself from getting any abrasions or cuts while casting. Well done, guys, nice one. I actually have one here if you want to see what it looks like, which is there. So basically you put your hand in there, it wraps around your hand, your finger goes in there, and this bit here protects your finger from casting. If you're using braid, it's a no-brainer. You've got to get yourself one of these, or use a casting cannon, which you can purchase from your local tackle shops. Breakaway, I think, do them. Cannon is basically a casting device that you electrical tape to your rod just above your reel, and it basically holds the line for you, and when you cast, it's got a trigger. You basically, especially if you're new to braid, can help you as well. Yeah, so like I said then, guys, pretty quiet at the minute. Pretty quiet. There's not really much happening, to be fair. But we're here, and we're on. So over the last couple of weeks, I've had a look at the match fixtures for Eastbourne. There's some sole being caught around Eastbourne, but like I said, as it's blowing an easterly today, well, it's swung around to northeasterly now. It's not really comfortable fishing, to be fair, and it's pretty windy tonight. Better. Just had a bite on the right-hand side rod, which is pretty exciting. Like I said, I haven't managed to connect to any fish. This is probably the third bite of the evening, which I haven't managed to connect to. So I'm just going to leave it for a second. It looks like it's on there. And let's go and we'll have a look and see what we got. Like I said, I am filming a YouTube video as well. So if you guys are pretty tired and you don't want to stay around, the video will be out this week. Hopefully, if I can get it edited in time. Mate, Eastbourne Beach is so busy at the minute. If you're looking to go mackerel fishing, I will go, towards the end of the night or really early in the morning. But now I've said that, now everyone's going to be down there. Yeah, it's definitely a fish on there. Let's have a look. nice, lovely, small sea bream. There we go, first fish. On the lug, tipped with mackerel. Happy days. Jeez, the midges are going in my mouth. Right on, guys, so first fish there of the evening. Nothing massive, small sea bream. Let's get him unhooked and get him back in. Absolutely awesome. We're beating the blank. Oh, man, so many midges. Right, guys, so for those of you who haven't seen a bream before, oh, very quick, there is a bream. Let's get him unhooked and get him back in. Definitely not eating size. Quite small, that one. I'm going to get him back in now. So not the target fish, but hey, a fish. I'll take it. These midgies are absolutely everywhere. Jeez, man. You know, I've eaten about 13 of them. Not going to go hungry tonight. Definitely not going to go hungry tonight. Right, let's find some more bait. The tree. Nothing's touched the big bait yet. I'm probably going to wind that in a minute and check it. Might change that over to a couple of sand deals maybe. I'll catch up with the comments in a second. God, man. Stones are everywhere. Right, so that's pretty exciting. One little bream in the bag. Happy days. Happy days. Man, I've missed a load of comments. Hi Rich, how we doing, mate? You alright? Fishing Planet on Xbox, never played that one. What's that like? Is it any good? Definitely in the shorts, mate. Definitely in the shorts. Not so long ago you fished at the beach near Bridport. I've got to get back down there, mate, to be fair. Awesome little bream, mate. Hope you're well and looks a good night. Wicked tuna. Cheers, man. Thanks very much. Shout out to you. I can't complain. We're on the beach. We're fishing. You know, it is what it is. And we caught a fish. We haven't beat the blank. Well, we've beaten the blank. We've had quite a few mackerel earlier. And we've also had a couple of scad. Now we've had a bream. The night is young. So hopefully it'll be good. Definitely beaten the couple of sessions we had previously. Apart from the one, like I said, I haven't really been beach fishing since I caught the smoothhound, double figure smoothhound. Wow, that was a decent fish, man. Free game on Game Pass, had a couple of years. Right, I'm going to attend and have a look at the big bait. I'm going to recast out the last bit of mackerel that's on the second bit, and then we'll see about maybe putting some sand deal on. I think that's the next plan. I think we might go double sand deal. Man, the amount of midges that are on the top of my tent is absolutely ridiculous. Oh. sand hills, here we go. JC. Right, so I've got 2 sand hills. I'm literally just going to whip them together, cut the heads off. Well, actually, I'm going to leave the heads on. I'm going to cut the tails off, whip them together, and then we'll just pen all the hooks. One at the bottom, one at the top. Definitely not getting on with these midges now. Whew. That's one pennelled double sand hill. I can show you guys in there. Which is there. Got a sand hill, 2 wrapped together, pennelled up. Happy days. I was just sit in the dark for a minute because these midges are insane. Wow. Lloyd, I've got a pennel rig on the left hand side and on the right hand side just a Turk flapper. Dorset angler, how we doing? Not too bad, mate, to be fair. Mackerel, scad, and a bream so far. Not the best session, but we've escaped from the wind in Eastbourne. But I'm getting attacked by midges. And I mean, these midges are everywhere, obviously because we've got the lights on and so on and so forth. I might have to put you guys out of the tent a little bit. There. So I can just have 5 minutes without all the midges. That's a bit better. That's a bit better for you guys. There we go. Very, very quiet tonight. Very quiet. There we go. I think that's another bream bite on the right hand side. It's nice to see some bites, to be honest with you. I mean, like I said, apart from the smooth hour session that I went on, and then the boat trip with Chris, I haven't really been out much, to be fair. So it's quite nice to come out a little bit further and actually see some bites, which is exciting. Right, attack of the midges again then. Right guys, a couple more fish in. Got another bream there. Just fell off the hook on the way in. And then a small tiny. I'm struggling tonight with these midges now. Really struggling. Right guys, a couple more fish for you then. This little small fish rigs. We've got a small bream there and also a little smooth hand there. Absolutely awesome. It's good to be catching some fish. Happy days. Right, there's a couple of fish. I can get them. There we go. Let's get it back in. Like I was saying guys, it's nice to be catching some fish. Even if they're small. A catch is a catch. Ooh. Right, so on the turtle flapper now, I'm just going to try some worm, tipped with sand eel. And to do that, all I'm going to do is just feed the worm on to the hook and just cut a tiny bit of sand eel off. And just tip the end of the worm with the sand eel. Sand eel is an absolutely awesome bait. I mean, to be fair, when I go fishing, I kind of overlook it a little bit, to be fair. But it does seem to have this effect on. I've caught some nice fish as well. Oh great, we've got moths now. Moths, absolutely brilliant. Oh, I do love a moth. Please excuse my stones everywhere, but that is what I mean by baiting up with these sand. So just cut a small square and tip it off on the end. Like so. Just gonna leave that bait over here. Right, so all baits are back, sorted out. Let's have a look. when the mackerel close in as I'm getting on in age and can't cast that far these days, unfortunately, but love to catch a few again. Trevor, to be honest with you, I was using the continental rod and hitting out as far as I could, to be fair with you, and then just reeling it back in and getting like 3 or 4 a chuck. I only had 3 or 4 chucks just to get some bait for this evening. But there was another chap with me who had a small lure rod, and he was flicking out, and he was catching 1 or 2 here and there. So I mean, you'll be able to catch him. If you come down this way, if you go Eastbourne way, they were quite far out with the easterly wind. I couldn't hit them with my lure rod the other day, so the time I've been down here, I haven't seen it at low water. I've been told that it's predominantly sand with a little bit of mixed ground mixed in as well, but you know, like I said, I'm not too sure. It feels nice. I'll cast the lead out. Usually what I do when I get to a fishing location, it's a good tip actually, to be fair, it's just to cast the lead out and just reel it in really slowly and see if you can feel any bumps or anything like that, and you can usually tell what kind of seabed you're fishing over. Probably the same with carpfish, to be fair. Hound Dog Hunter, how we doing, mate? Trevor, how we doing? A lot of new people, welcome. It is, mate, it's so busy. Eastbourne Beach was absolutely rammed when I went down there the other day. Absolutely rammed. It was so busy. I don't know if you guys know Eastbourne very well, but there's a swimming pool at the top of Langley Point, and then at the bottom we call it Poo Factory. It's just like a sewage works. And I walked from the top of the swimming pool down to the Poo Factory, and there was at least 2 people at the beach fishing for mackerel. It was absolutely rammed. And I got down to the bottom and I found a little space where I snuck in, had a couple of chucks, didn't get nothing. So, you know, it is what it is. We just need to wait for that easterly wind to swing back round and for it to calm down a little bit, and then hopefully we should start seeing them push in a little bit. I have seen some whitebait here, Shoreham Way, on the beach, so that's a good sign. So that means they're in closer, Shoreham Way. But Eastbourne Way, I haven't seen any whitebait on the beach. I haven't heard of any reports of any whitebait being beached on the beach, which I'm presuming they're still out a little bit deeper. I fished at the pool, Jason. Yeah, that's it, mate. Hi, Peter. How you doing, mate? Yeah, welcome. Welcome. Lives are a bit different to the normal videos. I say, whereas the videos there's no real interaction, whereas on the lives you can come in and say hello. If you have any questions, I'll try my best to answer them. Like I say, I'm not an expert, but you know, I'll definitely give it my best shot and try and answer. And the people within the chat can, you know, respond to any questions you have as well. So if you do have any questions and you want them answered, whack them in the comment section of the chat, and we'll do our best to answer any questions and things like that. Because it is different. Tim, saw you at the boot fair the other day. Yeah, mate. Yeah, it's like my second home at the boot fair. Do like a good boot fair. Tim, find me on social media and drop me a message and say hello. Be good to, if you're local to Eastbourne, it'd be good to go out and have a fishing session with you. So we're now on the ebb. It's ebbing off. It's ebbing off. So we'll see if the ebb produces any fish. I like fishing like this. I like fishing one rod on a bigger bait and one rod on a smaller bait. So you never know if you're going to catch that one big fish. It's worth having that one big bait out. You say you only need one big fish to make a fishing session. whereas the other rod can do all the other work, scratching around for the smaller species. And I just like fishing like that. I think quite a lot of people fish like that, unless they're targetly specifically fishing for one fish. I think it's best to have both rods, one set up on a big bait, one set up on a small bait. Super quiet out there. I can't see any other anglers. Or, to tell a lie, there's a couple right up close to the arm, which is where I wanted to go first, to be honest with you, right up close to the arm, but I'm a bit further down. But when I turned up, it was quite busy with mackerel chuckers. I'm looking to fish at the minute, and you are finding your local beaches are pretty busy during the day. Go during the night. The fishing's usually always better during the night anyway, unless you're wanting to get mackerel, which is obviously you're going to go in the day. But most of my fishing sessions now tend to be at night. I like it as it's quiet. I like it as it's quiet and it's peaceful, and there's no one about. You're just on your own. You can gather your thoughts, and it's just a nice way to relax. Well, for me, it is anyway. And you can get attacked by midges. Oh, I had a little wiggle then on the left hand rod then. Was that just the waves, or was that a potential fish? Only time will tell. Such a nice night tonight. There's a nice pool in the water. Nice tide run. It's absolutely lovely. Moon's out. Wind farm you can see every now and again with all the lights coming on. So peaceful. Cannot beat it. Cannot beat it. 3-hook clip down and a pulley pennel for me. Or 3-hook flapper, similar tactics. Yeah, if I'm fishing during the day, I'll usually go for a 2-hook clip down and a single pulley rig. Seems to be my go-to day rigs. If I'm fishing in the evening and I don't need to put to be fair, when you're fishing at night, in my honest opinion, you don't really need to put the bait as far as you do during the day. During the day, I try and cast it out as far as I can. During the night, you can drop it in because the fish obviously come closer. During the night, well, that's the theory anyway. I do have one big bait I hit out, and then I tend to drop back the 2-hook flapper and drop it in a little bit shorter. But each to their own. Evening, Ian. How we doing, mate? You alright? It's not too bad, mate. I've had a couple of fish. I think it's pretty slow everywhere, really. I might be wrong. Some places might be out fishing others, but around the south coast, I think it's pretty slow. If you go towards the Solent, I know it's covered in weed at the moment, which is why I haven't gone as far as I wanted to go. After speaking to a couple of local lads from down Selsey way and down a bit further, they're saying there's a lot of weed down there at the moment. Eastbourne way's blowing in easterly, so I gave that a miss tonight. And I've come around the coast, halfway between Eastbourne and Selsey, Shoreham way, and that's where I'm fishing tonight. Somewhere completely different. I say I haven't been here before. It's a nice venue. Would I come here again? Yeah, I probably would actually, to be fair. It's easy to get to. You can park and literally walk straight onto the beach. Just looking for that one decent fish now to make the night. Scratch and rig seems to be doing all the work at the minute, or finding the little fish anyway. That's true, mate. Yeah, it's been pretty the same for a while. I say in Eastbourne, the easterly wind usually kills the fishing. Like, I don't know many people that go out fishing in an easterly. Or a lot of people I know, when it's blowing easterly in Eastbourne, they usually flitch round and go Seaford way. Pardon me. Or Brighton way. Yep, that's usually the way it happens. If you get the little fish, the big fish are not far behind. I'm lazy. I'm being lazy at the minute. I'm leaving the baits out for a bit longer than I should, really, to be fair. I should really be changing them. Let's have a look. I'm going to change the baits in a second. Checking the batteries on the GoPro. All kosher. Right then, what's the next plan of attack? Carry on using the sandal, I think. Sandal or mackerel. Got so much sandal or mackerel. You need to get rid of it. Right, let's change the bait over. I've heard a couple of reports of Chisel. One of my mates went there not so long ago actually, and he fished a day and he had a really good session, to be fair. Loads of different species. Mark, evening mate, how we doing? I say, if you're new to the channel, please do subscribe. Hit the thumbs up as well. It really helps us going forwards, and it helps us create future content for all you lovely people. Right, let's have a reel in, let's change the baits, and then we'll see what else, or what other plans I've got up the sleeve. So looking at the rigs, doesn't look like they've had much interaction bites wise, so it's not great. Let's try some different baits. So we will try and have hit these ones out a little bit further, so we'll see if by casting out a little bit further we hit the fish, and then we'll just hopefully match the range on the next cast. So I'm still using the lug and the turret flapper, but some of this lug's proper bad. You know, gotta get rid of it. It's gotta go somewhere. Rather it go in the sea than in the bin. Help us catch a fish. I'm just gonna tip this one off with sand eel, like I did on the last one. It's just gone out now, so. And then on the bigger rod, or the bigger rig should we say, the pulley rig, we've got the double sand eel. So let's see. Little sand eel cubes going on. On the flapper rig. On the bottom. Right, I'm just figuring out what to do next. I think I'm going to go for a double sand eel with mackerel. I think that's the plan. Just going back through the chat. Making sure I'm as apparently it's good at the moment. Chisel was mega speeches. Wessex, rig, 6.0, Pennell and running ledger. Nice one, John Smith. I might try that actually. That sounds like a good one. Peter, how we doing? Target species, I was going for sole, and then on the other rod, anything. bounces on the bigger rod there. So the next bait is going to be double sand eel with a touch of mackerel on the back of the double sand eel. That is the plan. Will it work? Who knows? But we're going to give it a go. Thought I just saw the green, we'll do a little nudge then. Oh. Maybe hallucinating. Highly recommend these Nova bait wrappers. Absolutely brilliant bit of kit. These ones here, absolutely fantastic. There's my double sand eel and mackerel ready to go. In the baits, keep putting new baits in and see what happens really. Let's have a look. Sold as a flatfish, yep. Small size 4 hooks, small bits of lug. I usually tip it with squid, usually works pretty well. Just for the minute we're going to be using the mackerel because we've got quite a few. Nice eating fish. Soul's an absolutely lovely eating fish, mate. Cheers, Lloyd, mate. I hope you have a good evening. Thanks for stopping by. Good night, mate. Thanks very much. Cheers, John. I'll have a look at that, mate. It sounds pretty good. How long are you staying out for? That's the question, mate. That is the question. Until I get too tired. Mark, my advice to you is get to know your local beach and persevere with the fishing. Yeah, yep, they will definitely be there at some point. Very, very quiet, man. So quiet. Well, it's nearly 12 o'clock then, so it's nearly witching hour. So we're now into the ebb. Looks weedy on the red rod. We will find out in a minute when we reel it in and have a good old rummage. Cheers, John. Night, mate. Yep, Matt, it is hard work sometimes. It is hard work. But the unknowing keeps me going. You just never know what's going to happen. Tempted to try a squid in a minute, I think. Definitely, man, definitely. As long as there's bait in the water, you can't go wrong. What is the name of the glow tips on the rod ends? Oh man, I can't remember what they're called now. I'll see if I can find the packaging. Give me 1 second. I think they're the BCCT tip lights. I think that's what they're called. Or they might even just be called tip lights. I got them from my local tackle shop. The angle is down. Bear with me 1 second, guys. I just messed up. Why have I done that? That's better. Sorry, I just threw the chat off then. Right. Time to try something else, I think. Right, so what I've just done is I've just relocated the big bait to the other side, just to see if it makes any difference. We'll see. I was just rebaiting up. Right, I'm going for a slightly bigger bait now. Quite a big bait here. Very bloody and oozy, this big bait. I'll try and use as much of the mackerel as I can. Hook in the bottom. That's a nice looking bait. I'll let you guys be the judge. There's the next bait. Nice bloody. What do you reckon? Cheers, John, mate. Good to see you, buddy. Long line boat fishing and nice. Big baits close in. Hopefully, mate. Hopefully, that's the plan. Gonna drop that big bait right in close in a minute. Man, we've got the midges going everywhere again now. Whew, what a night. What a night it's been. Whew. Cheers for joining tonight, guys. We'll round this up soon, I think. I don't think any more action is going to be happening in the short run. I need to move everything forward a bit. Because we're ebbing pretty fast now and I'm pretty far away from the water, believe it or not. Running, guys, I think that's going to be the end of the live, winding down. Not much is happening, so I think that's going to be it. I think we're going to call it. Running, guys, huge thanks for watching the live tonight. We managed to show a couple of fish. It is what it is. We're out here trying. Like I said, I am filming an episode, so hopefully we'll get a couple more fish through the night for you, which will be out maybe this weekend hopefully, or possibly next week, I'm not too sure. We'll see how we get on. Where are you fishing in Eastbourne? Dorset, cheers mate. Thanks very much. Like I said, guys, if you are new here and you haven't subscribed, please do consider subscribing. It really does help us out and helps the channel grow. Cheers, Matt. Thanks very much. We'll see you on the next one. Right, guys, that's me. I'm out. Thanks very much for joining tonight. Hope you all have a lovely evening. And I'll keep your eyes peeled for the video. And we'll see you on the next one. Cheers.